Welcome back to the channel, my fellow soap addicts. So Sarah Horton just suddenly decides to send Holly, Tate, Ari, and Aaron out to the remote Horton cabin for a little summer getaway. Really, Sarah? No? I mean, let's be real here. We haven't seen or heard about that cabin in ages. The writers are absolutely not just doing this for fun or to give the teen scene something to do. This is a massive setup. It is so random and so specific. I honestly believe this is the precise moment everything connects. We know Sarah has been super distracted with the tainted drug crisis and Destiny dying and Xander being around, but sending her daughter and these kids out to the woods right now is just begging for a horror movie scenario. It feels like the old school storytelling that we actually love, where small, seemingly innocent decisions have catastrophic, life-altering consequences. And they go to the cabin. We keep hearing about this river near the cabin in Salem. I know. The geography of Salem makes zero sense and changes depending on what the plot needs that week. Is the river upstream or downstream from where everything happens? Who even knows at this point? But the spoilers in the promo imply something so dark, and I think it's a brilliant idea. We know Kristen ruthlessly had Sophia hit over the head with a literal rock. A rock. And then she just had her minions toss her into the water like a piece of trash. The current has been busy. Amy Choi has been crying her eyes out, waiting to see if her daughter's body washes downstream. And guess what is downstream? The Horton cabin. If Sophia somehow survived this whole ordeal, which would be an absolute wild miracle given the massive head trauma and the drowning attempt, she might have crawled up to the cabin. That would be the happier outcome, right? Holly and Tate find a severely injured girl. They call an ambulance. They save her, and they have a star witness against Kristen. But if you ask me, that is way too clean for this show. The summer promo hits on a much darker, much more classic Days possibility. What if they are hiking or boating near the cabin, and they just find her body? A cold, waterlogged corpse washed up on the shore. Wow. Just imagine that scene for a second. Holly and Tate are out there looking for a romantic, fun summer getaway, and instead, they are permanently scarred for life. This is where the horror vibe completely peaks. This is the exact moment from the summer promo where everything goes wrong. Their horror is palpable. They don't just find a clue, they find the ultimate clue. This transforms a basic teen drama storyline into a full-blown murder mystery instantly. And we saw in the promo that Holly violently collapses into Tate's arms outside the cabin. Why does she collapse? Is it the tainted drugs? Or is it the sheer, overwhelming shock of finding her dead classmate rotting in the river? I am betting it's the body. It just makes so much sense. And this is where the plot really starts cooking. If they find Sophia's body, the game is completely over for Kristen, because the autopsy will prove it wasn't a suicide. It wasn't just a tragic drowning in the river. Sophia had her skull cracked open from behind. The evidence will show trauma that is consistent with a large rock or a blunt weapon, not just a simple drowning. The writers have pulled this move before, where what looks like an accidental death or a suicide is revealed to be a cold-blooded murder via forensic evidence. We saw it way back with the Will Horton murder and so many others. If she died from the head injury before she even hit the water, that's another massive red flag for the police. And you know Kristen, she is so arrogant. She is always so arrogant. Did she take Sophia's disposable phone? Did she erase the text messages where they explicitly agreed that Sophia would kill Johnny? Probably not. If the police find that phone near the body, or if they pull the records, well, hello, evidence trail. Kristen thought she could rule Salem by eliminating Johnny, but her arrogance is always her undoing. Always. She leaves loose ends everywhere. She even hired Xander to finish the job, which is just another disaster waiting to happen. So now we get to the absolute best part of all of this. The explosive fallout. We've all seen the promo. EJ is completely unhinged, screaming and scolding Kristen, his eyes literally bugging out of his head. This is not just classic EJ arrogance. This is a father defending his child. How does EJ find out? Well, Johnny already figured out that Kristen tried to have him eliminated. Johnny tells EJ, and when the news of the body at the cabin breaks, the police start connecting the dots. But EJ doesn't wait for the police. When he realizes his own sister, the same sister he has covered for 1,000 times, actually hired someone to eliminate his beloved son Johnny, his rage is going to be biblical. Let's be real for a second. Dan Feuerriegel is absolutely killing it right now. He brings this sophisticated but incredibly volatile energy to EJ, and seeing him unleash that on Stacy Haiduk's Kristen is going to be some of the best DiMera drama we have had in years. It echoes the legendary, violent fights between Stefano and Andre, but this time it's so personal. EJ is going to dismantle her, brick by brick. He might not even turn her over to the cops immediately. He might just make her life a living hell first. Actually, the spoilers say EJ orchestrates a ruthless kidnapping plot to make Kristen's life miserable at the end of June. He is going to kidnap his own sister. The power dynamic of the DiMera family is about to flip completely upside down, and I am so here for it. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Kristen. No, wait, what am I saying? She tried to have her own nephew murdered just to secure power. She is pure evil. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. She deserves whatever EJ does to her. And I just sit there looking at the screen, and I think to myself, who actually believes this is going to end well for anyone involved? EJ is channeling his inner Stefano, and when a DiMera goes full Stefano, people end up in secret rooms or deserted islands. Kristen's house of cards is crashing down so fast she doesn't even know what hit her. Sometimes I try to zoom out and look at the bigger pattern of the show right now. Salem is in absolute chaos. Chanel is dealing with this terrifying breast cancer diagnosis. Paulina is losing her mind trying to force EJ to give up doctor. Rolf's miracle serum. Lexi is literally collapsing because the serum is failing and there are tainted drugs killing people in the town square. It is a mess. A huge, chaotic, emotional mess. And right in the middle of it all is Kristen, thinking she is the smartest person in the room, while her entire life is about to be ripped apart by her own brother. It is poetic justice, honestly. I am just typing this all out as fast as I can because I need to process it. The cabin trip, the river, the body, the autopsy, EJ's protective fatherhood. It is all converging into a massive storm that will surely destroy Kristen. But what do you guys think? Do you want Sophia to be found alive, ready to testify and point the finger at Kristen? Or do you think finding her cold, dead body is the dramatic punch this storyline desperately needs? And can EJ ever forgive Kristen for this? I mean, I wouldn't. Would you? Let me know your wildest theories, because I am going to be obsessing over this until the episodes actually air. I am tired. My eyes hurt from staring at this screen, but I cannot look away from this show right now. Salem is about to explode.